At this moment, among the main forces of the incense pavilion, located several kilometers away from the hill, a few leading figures gathered together, seemingly discussing something. It seems like there was some kind of earth-shattering battle on the hill ahead, Mu Feng remarked. Despite the distance, his powerful yin-yang technique faintly detected something unusual. I sense it too. There seems to be an intense clash up ahead. I feel extremely familiar with one of the auras. It resembles that of our Heaven Hall's senior brother, Mu Teng, but I'm not sure due to the distance. Qin Xian spoke slowly. She was directly accepted as a disciple by Elder Qing of Heaven Hall, so she's quite familiar with Mu Tinyuan's aura. Could you be mistaken? There's too much ghostly energy ahead. It severely hampers detection. I didn't sense anything. Several other strong individuals chimed in. The speaker was Wang Chen, the fifth senior brother of the Earth Hall, whose power had reached perfect six-star Do Emperor, making him one of the strongest in the incense pavilion. I felt it too, said Zhang Wuming, the third senior brother of the Earth Hall, gazing into the distance. So did I, echoed Xingyu, the fourth senior brother, whose strength had reached half-step 7-star Do D, and Zhang Wuming had recently advanced to early 7-star Do D. Among them, these two were the most powerful. All right then, I'll go check it out. You guys stay here to oversee our main forces, Mu Feng said. It's too dangerous. The aura alone is troublesome for me. Letting you go alone, I'm uneasy, Zhang Wuming immediately opposed. He was responsible for the safety of the disciples and wouldn't tolerate any risks to them. Don't worry. Even if I can't defeat them, I can escape. Besides, with the Xinling royal family eyeing us, we can't afford to divert too much strength. I'll be right back, Mu Feng assured, concealing his presence as he headed towards the hill. Everyone stay vigilant. Report any movement immediately. Ling Xian efficiently organized and distributed a series of commands as Mu Feng left. Meanwhile, on the hill, Xiao Yin and his group had calmed down after defeating the Xinling royal family's members. Senior brother, are you all right? Xiao Yin and the others asked within the protective barrier. Hee, we're fine. When we first entered the Blood River Expanse, we got separated from you due to the teleportation array. We found some treasure grounds, and while hunting a magical beast, the Xinling royal family's second and third heavenly clan members took advantage of the situation, leading to this scene, Mu Tianyuan explained with a smile. Good to know you're safe. What about our incense pavilion's main forces? Xiaoyin inquired, seemingly recalling something. Don't worry. To prevent the Xinling royal family from attacking our main forces, they have protection from an early 7-star Do D and a half-step 7-star Do D. They're enough to ensure safety on the first layer of the Blood River, Mu Tianyuan reassured, understanding Xiao Yan's concerns. Hee, you're always considerate, senior brother. However, when the real fight with the Xinling royal family comes, I hope you will take charge of the main forces. I'm not good at leading others in battle. Misguided leadership could put them in harm's way, Xiao Yin admitted with a grin. All right, aside from the top experts, we can handle the rest of the Xinling royal family's disciples, Mu Tianyuan acknowledged, knowing Xiao Yin wasn't shirking responsibility but speaking the truth. Rest assured, Xiao Yi and I will handle those Xinling royal family powerhouses, Xiao Yin promised. Junior brother, no matter when, remember you have us. Our incense pavilion's men have never known fear, Mu Tianyuan declared passionately. Yes. Xiao Yin nodded firmly in agreement. Our little junior sister has quite the short blade. One of the 7 Heaven Hall members, the only woman among them, chuckled, noting the ambiguous relationship between Mu Yining and Xiao Yin. Even the usually composed Mu Yining showed a flicker of coldness in her eyes as she saw Wan Yu chatting and laughing with Xiao Yin. Some things must be fought for. Otherwise, missing out would be unfortunate, Wan Yu remarked to Mu Yining with a meaningful glance. Since everything is settled, let's discuss the sacred flameland and later join the main group, Yin Qi said, coughing a few times to ease the awkward atmosphere and quickly changing the topic. Originally, my silly sister promised to leave with me after the sect competition, but from her expression, things might not be so simple. Where exactly is this sacred flameland? As Yin Qi spoke, everyone's gaze shifted slightly towards him. Although Yin Qi could no longer use his powers, his knowledge of the Blood River Expanse was far superior to that of these disciples. The sacred flameland is at the core of the Blood River Expanse. It's also where Fudong, our senior brother, fell, Yin Qi said with a hint of regret. Brother Fudong? Xiaoyan murmured upon hearing this. He was a legend of our incense pavilion, our pride. I just can't understand why things happened last time, Mu Tianyuan said emotionally. Senior brother? Seeing this, several people from the Heaven Hall quickly spoke up to offer comfort. There are rumors outside that almost all our incense pavilion disciples perished because of Brother Fudong, but I don't believe it, Mu Tianyuan said directly. If you don't believe it, then this time, not only will we settle our old scores with the Xinling royal family, but we'll also uncover the truth and clear our brother's name, Xiaoyan said, confidently placing a hand on Mu Tianyuan's shoulder. You. Mu Tianyuan was taken aback by Xiaoyan's immediate trust, without even asking questions. Good, you're full of spirit. Now, let's talk about what we should pay attention to in the sacred flameland, Yin Qi said, feeling gratified. This time, the sacred flameland in the core area of the Blood River Expanse will open as it does every century. Last time, during the sect competition, it somehow opened unexpectedly, allowing the Xinling royal family and our main forces from the incense pavilion to enter. Very few people know the details. Although the sacred flame is present, it is something only to be encountered by chance, not forcibly sought. However, there's something I must remind you of. I've had the fortune of entering the sacred flameland before. It seems quite restless. In other words, the sacred flameland once bore traces of the extraterritorial evil clan. Yin Qi's words were as enlightening as a splash of cold water, shocking everyone. The sacred flameland containing the aura of the extraterritorial evil clan? Hearing this news, Xiaoyan frowned. The sacred flame was something he desperately needed. Due to his cultivation of the flame art technique, Xiaoyan needed to continuously devour the sacred flame as he once did on the Doqi continent to gain astonishing power. However, the sacred flame is something that appears by chance and not by searching. Encountering even one would be a rare fortune, let alone someone like Xiaoyan who aims to focus on devouring the sacred flame. Although I can't be absolutely certain, the chances are quite high, Yin Qi said. If that's the case, it might be troublesome. The Xinling royal family is likely thoroughly infiltrated by the Blood Demon clan, and the sacred flameland might hold the power of the extraterritorial evil clan. There could be some connection between the two. At this time, little E, usually quiet, couldn't help but speak. The Xinling royal family colluding with the extraterritorial evil clan. We must report to the sect's masters and deal with them properly when we return, Mu Tianyuan said. Enough. Now is not the time to think about this. Let's find the main group and head to the sacred flameland first. Xiaoyan thought for a moment and then spoke slightly. Okay. But with the vastness of the Blood River Expanse, how do we find them? Little E agreed, but asked weakly. We have a way to connect with the main group, so it's simple, Mu Tianyuan said, just about to retrieve something from his hand. Who's there? Come out. Just as Mu Tianyuan was about to act, Xiaoyan suddenly shouted towards a rock behind the hill. Heh, Xiaoyan, it really is you. Once the source of the voice was confirmed, Mu Feng appeared with a gleeful expression. Mu Feng? Weren't you with the main group? Xiaoyan asked, puzzled to see his familiar companion appearing from behind the rock. Our main group is just a kilometer away from this hill. We sensed a familiar aura, so I was sent to check it out, Mu Feng replied with a smile. Since the main group is here, then let's go. As soon as the group finished speaking, they cheerfully merged with the main force of the incense pavilion. Together, they advanced toward the core of the Blood River Expanse, the location of the sacred flames. Thanks to Xiaoyan and his elite companions, they moved forward confidently without the need to skulk in the shadows. Simultaneously, similar scenes unfolded elsewhere as groups gradually made their way toward the sacred flames. Senior sister, what should we do now? In a dark corner of the Blood River Expanse, a large contingent appeared, gathered around their leaders, deep in discussion. The Blood River Expanse is now full of eerie energy. And for some reason, the Xinling royal family's strength has grown significantly, said a graceful figure at the forefront, her voice tinged with confusion. Senior sister, we need to be extra cautious this time, came a gentle, airy voice. After all, the senior sisters from our sect who last participated in the competition are still in seclusion. These leading figures were none other than the Poison Sect's senior sister, Wudu, and Lin Zhu, with Wudu having reached the late 7-star Do D, and Lin Zhu just shy of half-step 7-star Do D. Indeed. After entering the Blood River Expanse, I had a narrow encounter with the 4th heavenly clan of the Xinling royal family. Their strength is formidable, but their aura is peculiar. It seems our only option is to head to the Sacred Flames and unite with the forces of the Incense Pavilion and the Myriad Flowers Pavilion, Wudu mused aloud. Why is that, senior sister? Lin Zhu asked, perplexed. Based on the Xinling royal family's intelligence, they are well aware of the dynamics among our 3 factions. They have a significant feud with the Incense Pavilion and won't let us off easily, Wudu explained. Understood, senior sister. Let's move out. Lin Zhu nodded slightly, though her thoughts inexplicably flickered to the image of Xiao Yin when she heard of her sister's encounter with the 4th heavenly clan. Although she hadn't formally met him, based on reports, she held high expectations for this new standout disciple from the Incense Pavilion. I hope this guy can lead the Incense Pavilion to a respectable ranking this time, Lin Zhu remarked before taking the lead alongside Wudu at the helm of hundreds. Sisters of the Myriad Flowers Pavilion, we don't aim for high rankings this time, but when possible, we'll lend the Incense Pavilion a hand, declared the pavilion's senior sister Xiao Qi from the front of their vast ranks. We follow senior sister's lead, the sisters in the rear replied, aware of the intricacies between their 3 factions, leading to a sense of camaraderie among the Incense Pavilion, Myriad Flowers Pavilion, and Poison Sect. Then let's go. The land of the Sacred Flames will be the final battleground. Folks from the Incense Pavilion, don't let us down, Xiao Qi said, heading towards the Sacred Flames with a few disciples in tow. Senior brother, what should we do now? Asked Songyu, bearing a sword on his back. Heh, Feng Lin, how about a partnership between 10,000 Sword Sect and your ancient Desolation Palace? Proposed Jianxin, the 10,000 Sword Sect's leader. A partnership? Feng Lin, leading the ancient Desolation Palace, showed a hint of surprise. Ever since the last sect competition, the Xinling royal family's strength has soared for reasons unknown. I'm getting the sense that their ambitions extend beyond the Sacred Flames, Jianxin analyzed thoroughly. Senior brother, don't hesitate. Senior brother Jianxin makes a valid point. The Xinling royal family's recent moves seem dubious, and we have hundreds of sect disciples at our back, urged Feng Hong beside Feng Lin. In that case, it's settled. Prepare to advance towards the Sacred Flames. This time, I want to see what the Xinling royal family is up to, Jianxin said. With that, the 2 powerful sects headed toward the Sacred Flames together. Beyond these super sects, other factions like Solomon, Dan Valley, and Puppet Mansion also made their way to the Sacred Flames. They knew compared to the treasures in the Blood River Expanse, the Sacred Flames were the true prize. In the heart of the Blood River Expanse, the sky remains perpetually dark, and the earth below is stained with hues of different colors, a testament to the fierce battles waged here in the past. The ground is marred with gullies filled with remnants of shattered weapons, leaving no doubt of the remarkable conflicts that once unfolded in this place. Above this grim landscape, a spot in the air emanates intense heat waves, drawing many to its fiery allure. It was none other than the sacred flame coveted by countless souls. Big Brother. Second brother was killed by Xiao Yin. Soon, Tian Hong and Qi Haoqing of the Xinling royal family returned to their base camp, faces full of fear as they reported to their leader, the heavenly clan leader, Tian Qian. They were fully aware of the ruthless methods of Tian Qian, who was known to prioritize benefits over bonds. Xiao Yin again. Is it? Tian Qian, dressed in gray, furrowed his brow upon hearing this. Big Brother. The people from the Incense Pavilion have gone too far. Even when Second Brother used his final power, he was still completely wiped out by them. We must avenge this. A fierce and murderous intent gleamed in Tian Hong's eyes. But for now, let's wait until the sacred Flameland business is over. Don't worry, this time, not only will the Incense Pavilion suffer, but other sects experts won't escape either. They will all become the nourishment for that thing, Tianqian concluded with a slight smile. The incense pavilion now has 2 sacred flames. We must be cautious, Qi Haoqing added thoughtfully. We will obtain the sacred flame this time. Besides, there are other tasks for us within the sacred flameland. Tianqian added, his gaze fixed intently on the sky's scorching zone. Let's wait. When the experts from other sects arrive, it will be time to begin. Tianqian understood that this was the entrance to the sacred flameland, but the power ceiling it was formidable. Only the assembled experts from the great sects could hope to break it. Is that the sacred flameland in the Blood River Expanse? It is said that the sacred flame is the mightiest of fire attributes in the great thousand worlds. If one can acquire even a single flame, their power may increase exponentially. Though the sacred flame is excellent, don't forget, many of the current experts are eyeing it greedily. We might not stand a chance, whispered voices murmured among the vast crowd. The 10,000 Swords sect has arrived, Tianhong suddenly noted as he broke the silence. Boom! With his words, shocking sword auras reverberated through the sky, and soon densely packed figures appeared amidst the sweeping sword energy. So this is the head of the super sects, the 10,000 Sword sect? Indeed, truly impressive. That's nothing. The disciples of the 10,000 Swords sect have mastered swordsmanship like no other, some astute individuals commented. The number of disciples seems off. Tianqian observed the arriving mass of the 10,000 Swords sect, eyes narrowing. When did the ancient Desolation Palace start associating with the 10,000 Swords sect? Interesting. Tianqian, with his keen eyes, noticed the unusual partnership within moments. Damn these guys. Tianhong's pupils flickered with an unusual look upon seeing these arrivals. They had previously besieged members of the 10,000 Swords sect and would not have stood today if not for the covert intervention of the ancient Desolation Palace. Let them unite. They can be killed secretly within the sacred flameland like Infudong was. Tianqian, aware this was due to Tianhong's failure, spoke calmly, confident in his own prowess. The fellows from the Xianling royal family? That gray-robed man at the helm should be their leader this time. The heavenly clan leader, Tianqian. Rumor has it that he has survived the 8-star Dodi's calamity, birthing the power of death, reaching the peak of Blood River Expanse's capabilities, an early 8-star Dodi. As soon as the teams from the ancient Desolation Palace and the 10,000 Swords sect appeared, their leaders commented, "Let's take it step by step. Although he is powerful, with our super sects present, they dare not commit heinous acts," said Feng Lin, the senior brother of the ancient Desolation Palace, calmly. Indeed. However, given the past relations between the Xianling royal family and the Incense Pavilion, I fear the Incense Pavilion's fate could be, Jian Xi nodded, lost in thought. That's uncertain. After all, the Incense Pavilion has Xiao Yin, who is extraordinary. Have you noticed? Based on my guess, this seems to be related to the Incense Pavilion, said Feng Lin, the senior brother of the ancient Desolation Palace, as he speculated. Let's go down first. When the other major sects arrive, it will be time to open the land of the sacred flame. That's when the true life and death showdown begins. As soon as the words were spoken, a group of people descended with a powerful aura. The Myriad Flowers Pavilion and the Poison Sect have also joined forces. Just as the people from the 10,000 Swords sect and the ancient Desolation Palace settled down, a figure slowly appeared in the distant sky. Remnants and accomplices of the Incense Pavilion. You will pay the price for this, Tianqian said, with a remarkable killing intent in his eyes as he saw this group. As these groups arrived, the space outside the Blood River Expanse's sacred flameland was filled with a tense and explosive atmosphere. At this point, it's probably just the Incense Pavilion left. The Incense Pavilion is the main player. It can't shy away, right? Some perceptive individuals noticed that all the major sects were present, except the Incense Pavilion. Big brother, the people from the Incense Pavilion wouldn't be scared of us and back out, would they? Tianhong of the Third Heavenly Clan couldn't help but remark. Here they come. As Tianhong's words fell, Tianqian, who had been closing his eyes, opened them slightly. Instantly, waves of heat slowly emanated from the space outside the sacred flame land. And amidst those waves, the people from the incense pavilion arrived as promised. It seems the highlight of the sect competition is about to begin, Tianqian said with a slow smile that was filled with boundless killing intent. There are the leaders of the Xianling royal family, the heavenly clan leader, Tianqian, right? Truly formidable. Xiao Yin and his group had just landed. Xiao Yin discreetly observed the gray-clad Tianqian, but what shocked him the most was that, despite his level of spiritual power, he still couldn't discern this guy's essence. There must be some method this guy is using to hide his aura, but for my guess, this guy is probably the most dangerous presence within the Xianling royal family. And he likely harbors an existence from the extraterritorial evil clan, whispered senior brother Mu Tingyuan to Xiao Yin. When we enter the sacred flame land, act according to the situation. I have a feeling this place isn't as simple as it seems, Xiao Yin said. His gaze slowly fixed on the heated space, shaking his head. It feels off, as if the sacred flame land has been eroded by something. Mu Yingying also frowned and said slowly. As the incense pavilion settled, Tianqian, the heavenly clan leader from the Xianling royal family, made his move. Everyone, I am Tianqian of the Xianling royal family. Since we're all here, it shows we are all people of strength. Now the sacred flame land is within reach. We need to join forces to break the seal. Please, everyone, Tianqian said calmly. As Tianqian's words ended, there was commotion among the forces, but he did not intervene much, instead calmly lying in the sky. Experts above the late seven-star Do Emperor, follow me to unlock the seal. As the commotion calmed, Tianqian spoke again. As soon as his words fell, numerous figures flew towards the sky. They were all the elites of their respective sects, and despite having no fondness for the Xianling royal family, working together to open the seal was imperative. Senior brother, don't use full force for now. As Mu Tianyuan and others ascended, Xiao Yan's spiritual message reached the minds of the 7 members of the Heaven Hall. Though puzzled, the 7 trusted Xiao Yan and nodded slightly. Very well. Everyone, let's begin. Direct your power at the seal. The rest, I'll handle, Tianqian said calmly as he looked at the strong individuals around him. Sword come. Ancient desolation power. As Tianqian spoke, a series of brilliant powers surged forth from the surrounding strong individuals. Excellent. Break it for me. As Tianqian watched the vast amount of power flowing, he smiled slightly. Suddenly, a force of life and death emerged from within him, merging with the massive powers and directly striking the heated space. Damn it! This guy has truly reached the level of an 8-star Do D. Boom boom boom. The combined attack from the group unleashed a power beyond the ordinary, causing a faint tremor in the surrounding space. Under many watchful eyes, it crashed into the searing hot zone. Bang bang bang. As soon as the massive power struck the scorching area, intense fire waves erupted from within. Let's retreat and wait, Tianqian advised the surrounding powerful figures, noting how the intense energy was gradually weakening the heated barrier. With his words, the strong figures quickly returned to their sects and forces. The entrance to the sacred flame grounds is about to open, Yin Qi remarked gravely, observing the scene. I'm going too, Mu Yingying declared to Xiao Yin. No way, it's too dangerous. Stay here with the main group, Xiao Yin and Yin Qi promptly responded in unison. I don't care. I'm going, Mu Yingying insisted. My sacred flame tells me there's something inside that calls to it, she added softly, biting her lip. What's happening? Just as Xiao Yin was about to respond, a soul light from a white paper deep within his soul seed began to stir. This was the sacred flame soul seed he acquired in the Corpse Forest, said by Golden Dragon King to belong to Yin Qi, meant to save the sacred flame. However, Xiao Yin hadn't yet realized its true purpose. As the sacred flame soul seed quivered, the malevolent aura around Yin Qi gradually receded, unnoticed even by Xiao Yin. Stay close to me once we're inside, Xiao Yin advised Mu Yingying, still frowning at her stubbornness. I'm going too. I need to find out the truth behind Yin Fudong and clear the incense pavilion's name, Yin Qi expressed, concerned about Mu Yingying entering the area. We'll have Xiao Yin, Elder Yin, Mu Yingying, and our 7 Heaven Hall members go in. The rest should remain vigilant here. A plan was laid out. While many powerful figures are entering the sacred flame grounds, we must guard against the Xinling royal family's potential plots against the incense pavilion, Mu Tianyuan suggested, recognizing the chosen group. Go according to the master's plan. The sect unanimously agreed to Mu Tianyuan's arrangement. The entrance to the sacred flame grounds is opening. As they finalized their plans, 2 opposing forces in the sky shattered, unleashing a violent flame energy throughout the space. A giant vortex appeared suddenly before them. The sacred flame grounds entrance has opened. Ha ha ha. Charge forth. The sacred flame shall be mine. Wild laughter echoed in the space. 7-star Do-D experts, you may enter. Let's go. Tian Qian commanded, leading several figures eagerly into the spatial vortex. Be cautious of the Xinling royal family after we leave. If necessary, retreat with the main group, Mu Tianyuan instructed. We're going too, he declared, leading the incense pavilion members into the vortex. The grand event of the sect competition, the sacred flame grounds, wasn't just about retaliation against the Xinling royal family, but also uncovering the truth about Yin Fudong's death. Rumble. As the spatial vortex opened, all the strong figures in the sky grew restless. Experts surpassing the 7-star Do-D transformed into meteors, diving into the vortex. They knew the sacred flame grounds held real treasures. Acquiring a sacred flame could elevate them to greatness. These individuals were the elites of their sects, understanding that mere numbers wouldn't ensure success in the sacred flame grounds. Those without the strength of a 7-star Do-D would only face trouble inside. Whoosh! With the emergence of radiant light, figures appeared gradually, 7 members of the Incense Pavilion's Heaven Hall, along with Mu Yingying, Yin Qi, Little E, and Xiao Yin. What intense heat! They felt the oppressive flame aura pervading the space. This must be the aura long emitted by the sacred flame, Little E noted. So this is the sacred flame domain? Xiao Yin muttered as he observed his surroundings, ensuring everyone was safe. His gaze swept over the land before him, causing him to frown. As Xiao Yin spoke, scenes of astonishing and shocking imagery unfolded before the group. The ground ahead was a dull, ashen gray, devoid of any life force. It was utterly barren, as if some mysterious power had drained it of all energy, leaving it weak. The desolate land was riddled with uneven pits, littered with skeletal remains and broken weapons. This sight lingered in their minds, refusing to fade away. What has this sacred flame domain gone through? Why is there not a trace of power, even within the sacred flame space? Little E broke the silence, his voice filled with curiosity. Xiao Yin responded, "It's a long story. However, I can definitely feel the fluctuations of the sacred flame deep within this space," Yin Qi remarked, shaking his head. Xiao Yin discerned a flicker of aging wisdom in Yin Qi's gaze, hinting that he might know something. To be precise, this isn't the sacred flame domain, but the sacred flame battlefield, Yin Qi quietly stated after a brief pause. Sacred flame battlefield? Xiao Yin pondered, glancing at the barren land, the broken weapons, and the bones. A realization dawned on him. The appearance of the sacred flame has kindled the greed of fire-aligned experts in the great thousand worlds. It's not just the human realm. Other realms covet it too. They know that obtaining a sacred flame would secure their place as true overlords. Although I'm not sure which sacred flame is here, from the information I gathered years ago, this battlefield resulted from a power struggle between experts from the Xinling royal family and the Blood River expanse of the extraterritorial evil clan, Yin Qi mused, glancing at his sister Mu Yingying and Xiao Yin, who now possessed a sacred flame. Just as expected. Xiao Yin nodded. This was all within his calculations. If the sacred flame is wielded by someone with righteousness, it can be safeguarded. However, in the hands of the unscrupulous, it could spell disaster for the great thousand worlds. The existence of the flame spirit, in a way, is the sacred flame's last line of defense. Yin Qi's voice carried a hint of awe. Is it really true? Xiao Yin frowned, recalling how the flame spirit had attempted to take over his body and soul. Didn't you notice? The true power of the sacred flame lies within the sacred flame crystal. Your current strength is insufficient to fully wield it. As for the flame spirit, it possesses substantial power, but it's insignificant compared to the true sacred flame, Yin Qi explained. Are you suggesting? Little E tensed slightly, realizing the battlefield and the flame spirit might be connected. Indeed. Xiao Yin nodded. The flame spirit, despite its strength, could eventually be erased, but the sacred flame crystal, holding the flame's essence, could not. Elder Yin, are you suggesting this battlefield is related to the flame spirit? Mu Tianyuan interjected, sensing something amiss. Smart. Based on my perception, something unclean has infiltrated this battlefield, and the flame spirit is struggling to fend it off. The missing energy is likely related to the flame spirit as well, Yin Qi replied, looking towards the depths of the battlefield, where something seemed to be stirring. Something unclean. It's probably the extraterritorial evil clan, Xiao Yin suggested, using his immense spiritual power to detect a trace of malice, although the overwhelming flame aura masked it. If my guess is correct, it's the extraterritorial evil clan. But you must be mentally prepared. Any evil threatening the flame spirit must be formidable, Yin Qi warned. Don't worry. Since obtaining the sacred flame, I've acknowledged the eradication of the extraterritorial evil clan as an unshakable duty, Xiao Yin remarked with a smile. I'll guide you along the way, but don't expect me to intervene. In a place like this, the appearance of two sacred flames would only provoke a stronger backlash, Yin Qi said. Understood. Everyone nodded slightly. Though Yin Qi's power hadn't returned to its peak, his internal affliction had healed. According to Xiao Yan's estimation, his strength was likely on par with a one-star Docian. Elder Yin, where should we head first? Mu Tianyuan slowly asked from the side. There aren't any treasures here in the sacred flame battlefield. Let's head straight to the sacred flame grounds. Not only will there be sacred flames there, but it's also the place where something happened to Yin Fudong, Yin Qi continued, his lips barely moving. Within him, the power of the sacred flame surged with a constant call, as if something at the battlefield's end was beckoning him. Let's go.